up and down. And maybe we can create an RPA robot that is controlling this desk. Hi guys, and welcome to another video about automation. Now this time it is not related to RPA, but it's still related to automation. Some of you know that I'm passionate about home automation. Well, I have here in my home, that's my dashboard to my home, where I have automated my window shelters, and I have a solution which I bought on the shelf and also programmed by me. Also, the solution which I have programmed here, it's written in C. It's an Arduino compatible board. I'm gonna just leave a link here in the description. Now in today's video, I want to continue my automation and I want to automate this desk. This is an electric desk, which I've bought in May. So there are about 7 months till then. And since then, I have not automated. So what I plan to do with this desk is to be able to integrate in my home dashboard. So to be able to control from my phone app and also be able to have different type of trigger, different type of automation, and to link with the entire dashboard and to be able to control with my Google Assistant. Now, I've done a little research before to start the video. So what I'm planning to do, I want to use a compatible board, something which you can buy on the eBay. It's this board, it's ESP32. It's the Wi-Fi version, does not have the Bluetooth. So I'm planning to write a software here on this board and using these pins to be able to control this board. So how I am planning to do this? Well, I'm not sure if I'm gonna have time to develop the entire setup in this video, but you definitely be able to find in the video. If not, check the description for the next video. Probably it will be a long journey, so I'm not sure if I'm gonna have today the time. So before that, I need to do some reverse engineering. Now this desk, it is electric, so it has already motors, and this electric desk, it is bought from IKEA. Now also the IKEA has a control, it looks like that, and it has the Bluetooth enabled, but who is using Bluetooth? Now I want to use Wi-Fi. So I could have the possibility eventually to use the Bluetooth. For instance, there is already a board which is ESP32. It has a Wi-Fi and the Bluetooth also. So I could potentially connect directly to this, make the pairing and so on. But I don't want to have that route. Now what I want to have is connect directly to the electric wire. So be able to lift and go down just using these pins. So I need some electric board, which I'm going to show you how can I develop. So the first step is to somehow reverse engineering this cable. So I want to get the command for up and down. So I need just 3 pins. Now I don't need the other ones. The other ones are probably related to Bluetooth. So I need to find these 3 pins. So my plan to find these pins is I got an Ethernet cable, which I was unwiring all of the 8 pins. I've just put an electric cable here down in the desk. I have here already, I have already 3 pins, but I want to tell you how I was able to find the 3 pins. So I have a cable which is wired into the motor. Using this multimeter, I have put on the diode, and I have started to make the combination with 8 wires. So I basically took each wire with the other one until I was able to find the speaker. So when you're putting on the diode, the multimeter, it will start to make a noise. And using this noise, I'm basically be able to reverse engineer the powers, okay? So that's the up and that's the down. Now I have done already this type of research, so I have it here. And in this video, I want to create the electric board. So let's get started. For the electric board, I want to use some simple wiring. I'm planning to use some transistors where I'm gonna just output 3.3 volts, one of the output pins, and I'm gonna just command a transistor. That transistor, I want to be able to link between the ground here and one of the commands. So this is the ground for one of the pins, and if I'm gonna just shortcut the ground with the up, now the desk is going up. If I'm gonna put the ground with the other one, now the desk is putting it's lowering down. So I'm planning to use 2 transistors, one of them for up and down. We're gonna use also some resistors to limit the current. To be able to command the electronic motors of the desk with the Arduino or the ESP, I have made this simple design, this board, which I'm gonna show you how I have created. For those who are curious how this works, well, let me explain. So these are the 2 inputs which I'm connecting to Arduino. This is for up, this is for down. So here from the Arduino we will have 2 inputs. Now also these are the outputs for the electronic desk, or also the inputs. So this is the up and this is the down. So these 3 pins are the ones which I have reverse engineering to the motors. Now these 3 for up, down, and also the ground. The ground is a command between the motor and the Arduino. Also they need to be linked. For the prototype I have used a simple schematic because I didn't know for sure that this one works. So I have designed with a couple of transistors which I had in my home, a couple of resistors and the diodes. Now for those who are interested what couple of transistor, you can use any type of NPN transistor. In my case I have used a BC407C. Now when you plug the Tasmota you should see a Wi-Fi network which I'm gonna connect. So I want to connect to the Tasmota in order to put the settings for my router. So I'm gonna just connect. So I will just click another again to open the connection, and here I need to put my Wi-Fi parameters. Now I'll just select my Wi-Fi network and my password and I click save. And if there is anything wrong with this username and password, you will see again a message here. So we should get a timeout because the Tasmota has been connected to the network. Now in order to see the Wi-Fi, I'm going to use an application which is called Fing, and if you just hit refresh and you scan, you should see somewhere here the Tasmota. And I can see right now a Tasmota with a name. So I click here, I'm going to just open ports, and if I just click on the HTTP, it should open a browser. Now this you can also access from the desktop, so this is what we're going to do. Now with this IP, which is 122, I'm gonna just hit enter, and then we need to configure the device in order to use the shelters and blinds. Now there is already a configuration here, which I'm gonna leave a link here in the description, where you enable the Tasmota to have 2 commands, basically up and down. So you should be able at the end to have this type of configuration. Now, first of all, we need to go in the configuration, in the console, and to enable these window shelters. So I'm gonna just copy here, hit an enter. We will set the switch mode to 1, enable the relay, and I will just set the configuration for the open duration, which is my case, I want to have 10 seconds, and a close duration also of 10 seconds. And I'll type shutter mode 1. If you want more details about how the shutter modes are working, please read the blind and shutter documentation. I'm going in the Tasmota configuration, setting the configure module. I want to select here generic, and I want to set as a relay the D2. I'm gonna set here to relay, and I'm gonna set which relay. The D2, I'll just go again with the relay and I'll type here 2. Okay, with this set I will hit a save, looking forward to the device to restart, and now I should have these 2. Now that should be all. Let's give a try. Now the final moment, let's see if our solution works. So I'm here on the Tasmota web interface. I'm gonna go up and down, and it's working. Now sorry for this microphone noise. So that's pretty much all. I hope you have enjoyed. Now that's the end of the first video. I'm gonna make the second video where we're gonna integrate this with my home. We're gonna maybe start some triggers And maybe we can create an RPA robot that is controlling this desk. By the way, what type of automation would you create if you would have this solution? Or maybe you do. Drop me a comment in case if there is any kind of solution we can buy on the shelf. Now, thank you again for staying with me, and until the next time, see you soon. Bye!